So we are continuing from verse number 20 from the chapter 27 from the fourth canto. This is where King Narada Muni is telling to King Prajana that at this time the daughter of formidable time was seeking her husband throughout the three worlds. And who was his daughter? Uh, Kālakanyā. Kanya is the daughter. Kālakanyā. Kālasya Duhita. Duhita means the daughter. Kālakanyā is um, Jara. Yeah, here it is said. Uh, and this daughter of time, Jara, was very unfortunate. Consequently, she was known as Durbhaga, ill-fated. However, she was once pleased with a great king, and because the king accepted her, she granted him a great benediction. So in this connection, Narad Muni is telling about what has happened in the past. If someone would have heard or read about King Puru, King Puru, and who has accepted the old age of his father, who is Yayati, who married Sukracharya's daughter, Sarmishti. So there is in Bhagavatam we will come across that, but in short, here Narad Muni is telling incident, a real incident. Uh, he was telling that no one wants this Jara, no one wants this daughter of time, no one wants old age. However, she was once pleased with a great king. That king is Puru. In the purport we can understand. However, she at one time accepted by a great king, Yayati. Yayati was cursed by his father-in-law. So Sukracharya, because his daughter was not treated well, because of that, Sukracharya curse Yayati that he will immediately become old. Uh, may and Yayati was thus cursed, and Yayati was cursed by his father-in-law Sukracharya to accept her. When Sukracharya's daughter was married to King Yayati, one of her friends named Sarmishti went with her. Later, King Yayati became very much attached to Sarmishti. Oh, sorry, Sukracharya's daughter is Devayani. Yeah, Sukracharya's daughter is Devayani, and later King Yayati falls in love with Sarmishti, and because of that, Sukracharya curses King Yayati to become prematurely old, and because of that, King Yayati had five youthful sons, and he begged all his sons to exchange his youth of his old age. No one agreed except Puru. And because Puru accepted it, yeah, here that's what is said. It is said that the two of the Yayati sons, being disobedient to their father, were given kingdom out of India, most probably Turkey and Greece. The purport is that one can accumulate wealth and all kinds of material opulences, but during old age one cannot enjoy them. Although Puru attained his father's kingdom, he could not enjoy all the opulence, for he had satisfied his youth, sacrificed his youth. So the point here Prabhupada is mentioning is one should not waste his youth. We may think use this as time to enjoy here. One should not wait for the old age in order to become Krishna conscious. Due to the invalidity of old age, one cannot make progress in Krishna consciousness, however opulent he may be materially. And so further Narad Muni is saying, Kadachit atamana sa brahmalokan mahim gatam vavret brahad vratam mamtu janati kama mohita. And now what happened is, when I once came, Narad Muni is giving his example. When I came to this earth from Brahmaloka, the daughter of time, wandering over the universe, met me. Knowing me to be an avowed brahmachari, she became lusty and proposed that I accept her. Um, so Narad Muni is a Naishtika brahmachari. Naishtika brahmachari means He never had sex life. He was consequently an evergreen youth. Old age could not attack him. This is symbolism here. The invalidity of old age can overcome an ordinary man, but Narad Muni was different. Taking Narada Muni to be an ordinary man. uh, so this Kālakanyā was proposing to enjoy. It goes further. So those Narad Muni is now saying, Mai samrabhya vipula madat chapam suduhsaham sthatum arhasi naikatra mad yachya vimukho mune. So Narad Muni said, but when I refused to accept her, she became very angry at me and cursed me severely. This old age, yeah, became very. We, Narad Muni, as a brahmachari, because of his staunch penance and staunch devotion, he was ever youth. He was not becoming old. But when the old age day was not accepted, it cursed. She said that I would not be able to stay in one place for a long time. So Narad Muni we know Narad Muni has a spiritual body. Yeah, this how to know. The example one can refer from Ramayana. If you remember, once Ravan wanted to kill Narad Muni. Yeah, he wanted to kill. He took his Chandrahas. He has his very sharp razor like a sword. And then, because Narad Muni was uncompromisingly only chanting the name of Lord Vishnu, and though he asked him to, yeah, uh, um, to chant his own name, yeah, Ravana, Narad Muni was not interested and he objected it. And because of that, Ravan thought he is so great and he took his sword and he swayed his sword to cut the Narad Muni into half. But then, to his surprise, this sword came from one side to the other untouched. I mean, it didn't harm Narad Muni at all. And then Ravana was surprised and he asked, "Can you maybe teach me how to get these powers?" Yeah, anyway, that story. There we can see in this way, Narad Muni had a spiritual body, therefore, old age, disease, birth, death do not affect him. Narada is the most kind devotee of the Supreme Lord, and his only business is to travel all over the universe and preach God consciousness. In other words, his business is to make everyone a Vaishnava. Under the circumstances, there is ordinarily no need for him to stay in one place. Anyway, so that curse is not so relevant for him because anyway he likes to travel because he's a traveling preacher, traveling all the three worlds. So, tato vihata sankalpa kanyaka yavaneshwaram mayopadishtam asadhya vavre namna bhayam patim. So, okay, but because Narad Muni is compassionate, yeah, after she was thus disappointed by me, with my permission, she approached the king of Yavanas, whose name was Bhaya. Bhaya, uh, and she accepted him as a husband. So, in one stroke, Narad Muni gave shelter to Kālakanyā and counteracted the ordinary karmis. If one accepts the instruction of Narad Muni, the ocean of fear can be quickly removed by the grace of that great. Wait, wait. Yep. Um, quickly removed by the grace of that Vaishnava. Rishabham Yavananam Tvam Vrane Vire Sitam Patim Sankalpasvai Bhutanam Krita Kila Na Rishyati. So basically, the daughter of time, Kālakanyā, when she came to Narad Muni and asked him to accept her as her wife, Narad Muni didn't. And out of, mm, yeah, to facilitate, her, she told rather to go and meet uh, Bhaya, the ocean of fear. Maybe he is suitable for you as an husband. So now, what she did was approaching the king of Yavanas, Kalakani addressed him as a great hero, saying, "My dear sir, you are the best of the untouchables. No one wants to touch Bhaya, right? I am in love with you and I want you as my husband. I know that no one is baffled if he makes friends with you. Yeah, if one becomes fearless, then no one can shake him." So in the purport, Prabhupada is giving who is actually Yavana. We may have heard Alexander the Great is called Yavana, is called Mlechas who have come from mm, Arabic countries. No, one who does not follow all rules and regulations of the scriptures is called Yavana or Mlecha. One should not mistakenly think that these words refer to certain class of men of certain countries. There is no question of limitation according to the nationalism. Whether one lives in India or outside India, he is called a Yavana or Mlecha if he does not follow the Vedic principles. One who does not actually follow the hygienic principles prescribed in Vedic scriptures will be subjected to many contagious diseases. This is what we have heard. And if a person is Krishna conscious, he can work like a young man even if he is 75 or 80 years old. Thus, the daughter of Kālakanyā cannot overcome a Vaishnava. In this regard, Srila Vishwanath, no, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita, when he was writing, he was very old. Yet he presented the most wonderful literature about the activities of Lord Chaitanya. And even Sri Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, they were also very old. Hmm? They began their spiritual lives at a very old age. That is, after they retired from their occupations and family lives. Yet they presented many valuable literatures. So, in this way, we can understand, yeah, that uh, Kala cannot influence a Vaishnava. Here it goes further. Thus, Jara, uh, the effect of old age, does not harass a devotee. This is because a devotee follows the instructions and determination of Narada Muni. All the devotees are in the disciplic succession stemming from Narada. Hmm? Because they worship the deity according to the Narada Muni's direction named Narada Pancharatra or Narada Pancharatrika Vidhi. So, in that way, a devotee follows the principles of Pancharatrika Vidhi as well as Bhagavata Vidhi. So, with careful attention, let's understand what is this. Bhagavata Vidhi includes preaching work, which is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, the hearing and chanting of the glories of the Lord. And then Pancharatrika Vidhi includes Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. All these come under Pancharatrika Vidhi. Because a devotee rigidly follows the instructions of Narada, he has no fear of old age, disease, or death. Apparently, a devotee may grow old, but he is not subjected to symptoms of defeat experienced by common men. So, when Jara takes shelter of a devotee, Kālakanyā diminishes the devotee's fear. Hmm? A devotee knows that after death he is going back home, therefore, he has no fear of death. In this way, Jara is not working on a devotee, and also, mm, what was that? Bhaya. Yeah, both have no influences on devotees. Dvarimav anusosyanti balav asad avagrahau yalloka shastropanatam narati narati na tad ichchati. One who does not give charity according to the customs or injunctions of the scriptures, and one who does not accept charity in that way are considered to be in the mode of ignorance. Such persons follow the path of foolish. Surely they must lament at the end. And this is what Atho bhajasva mam bhadra bhajantim me dayam kuru etavam paurusho dharmo yad arthan anukampate. So being compassionate, Kālakanyā continued, O gentle one, I am now present before you to serve you. Please accept me and thus show me mercy. Huh? It is gentleman's greatest duty to be compassionate upon a person who is distressed. So, in this way, Kālakanyā is inspiring Bhaya to accept her as her wife. Yeah, in the purport, Prabhupada writes the mhm. Okay. Yavana Raja, the king of Yavanas, could also refuse to accept Kālakanyā. Yeah, this Yavana Raj, who is that Bhaya, can also simply say, ah, no, 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 I will not marry you. So, in this regard, what Yavana Raj he said is, well, I think it's better that you rather marry me, better you marry my brother who is called Prajvara. So, this Prajvara and you are good. Hmm? Kālakanyodita vacho nisamya Yavaneshwara Chikirshur Devaguhyamsa Sasmitam Tam Abhashata. So after hearing this, he said, huh, better you marry my brother and may you become my sister. Hmm? After much consideration, I have arrived at a husband for you. Actually, as far as everyone is concerned, you are inauspicious and mischievous. So no one likes you. How can anyone accept you as his wife? In this way, the invalidity, no one wants Jara, right? No one wants to be old because in old age one becomes weak, one cannot do what he wants. So no one likes to enjoy or get into old age. त्वम् अव्यक्त गतिर भुङ्क्ष्व लोकं कर्म विनिर्मितं या हि मे प्रतना yukta praja nasham praneshasi. So this world is a product of fruitive activities. Therefore, you may imperceptibly attack people in general. Helped by my soldiers, you can kill them without opposition. And not only that, yeah, Prajvaro yam mama bhrata tvam chame bhagini bhava. Yeah, he's saying, you are my daughter, you are my like my sister, and you can marry my brother. Charami ubhabhyam lokesmin avyakto bhima sainikaha. Along with my soldiers, yeah, you can conquer over everyone. Uh, what is Prajvara? Prajvara we know is Jvara means fever. Prajvara is a fever which is almost like a person is going to die. That is called Prajvara. Prajvara means 107 degrees temperature. Um, it is said the word Prajvara is very significant for it means the fever sent by Lord Vishnu. Such a fever is always set at 107 degrees, the temperature at which a man dies. Thus, the king of Mlecha and Yavanas requested the daughter of time, Kālakanyā, to become his sister. There was no need to ask her to become his wife, for the Yavanas and Mlechas do not make distinction. Anyway, that is little details. So here, hmm, ultimately, the story that Narad Muni is telling to King Prachina Barhishat is telling all these relations and all these characters symbolizes very important thing to help one come to a point that life is not happy, life is not going to be easy, life is all about struggle. Some things we don't want in our life, but they come and mm, they provoke, and some they demand. Yeah, whether you know that you don't want it, it's not attractive, you are not provocated, but even if you don't want it, even if you resist, but you can't hand over, yeah, you can't get free from it. So in this way, Narad Muni is telling, and this doesn't end here. Yeah, when we go into the next chapter, there we can see clearly that this attack of Chandavega, what does it, what eventually makes or brings to this Puranjana. Puranjana is dead. What happens in his next life? He becomes a woman. Yeah, because when he dies, he had so much attraction to men, to women. And tomorrow we will discuss what happens to Puranjana, what he becomes, why he becomes, etc. Yeah, thank you. Any thoughts or questions? We have few minutes now, if you want.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mm-hmm.
Prabhuji, this Malecha and Yavanas, they are they from particular place, or in India also they are found, or they come from some
So
out?
basically, it means to say that one who is not Aryan is a Mlecha or Yavanas. It is not like a nomadian. People use this word so, but the actual literal meaning of that is one who is running away from Vedic way of living. Yeah, yeah. So maybe from birth, by birth, or influenced by um, yeah, so-called education or so-called association, all this, whatever it can be. But when one is not following the regulated life, then he is counted as a Yavana.
So Prabhuji, or the
In
one
lower,
who is
yeah,
born in Hindu, for example, but still does not accept the Vedas or authority, then
yeah,
they,
one who behaves barbarically, which is barbaric is coming because one is not an Aryan, one who is not leading a life as per the Vedic injunctions.
yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Thank you, Prabhuji.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I came first time across this Turkey and Greece. Yeah, so these are two countries that are referred here, right? So, um, in the case of Yayati, right? So when Yayati had five sons, two who were disobedient were given kingdoms outside of India. Yeah. So because India is karma bhumi in a way to preserve values and for kind of one who is disobedient, yeah, here that's why Yayati has sent his sons outside India to rule, and these are Turkey and Greece.
Yes, Prabhuji. And Prabhuji, that Kal Yavan also came from Yavan Desh, or
You mean
in
Kālakanyā
Krishna,
or
in Krishna Leela, the Kal Yavan was killed by Muchukund in the cave.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe it will come later. I have to check.
Mm, yes, thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. This Kalayavan is the one who is running, right? Running to catch Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, then. Yeah, thank you very much.
Service Public. Anuprabhu has a question in the chat.
Mhm. Okay. Mhm. So you would like to know from where is it adopted? No, Narada is propounding the Pancharatra Vidhi. So this Pancharatra Vidhi is the whole description that Narad Muni is giving. So whatever the sanskaras or satkara deepika, what is that? I forgot. Sat Satkriya Sara Deepika. Yeah. All these things are coming from Narad Muni in the form of Pancharatra Vidhi. Yeah. And yeah, there's always these two things. Yeah. The Bhagavat Vidhi. Bhagavat Vidhi is mainly into the most in the form of Bhagavatam. Yeah. So the preachers who are hearing Bhagavatam, speaking Bhagavatam. So the Bhagavat process of Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. And Archanam, Vandanam, yeah, so mainly these, even Dasyam, we could see again, Dasyam is in engaging oneself in the service of the deities or in service of devotees, in the service of, yeah, the Lord, no? So that comes still under the Pancharatra Vidhi. That's why in a sadhana stage, one is not just creating his own style of worship. He's following as per these Pancharatra Vidhi so that one can appreciate not a sahajiya but a sadhana sadhaka mentality. Yeah. Okay, Anuprava. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Then thank you very much. Yeah. Vanchakalpatarabhyascha kripa sindhubhyo vacha. पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ताई गौर प्रेमानंद। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.